What's going on, guys? Back here again. This is Two Brothers Arguing. My name's Alex.
My name's Christian.
And today we'll be discussing some, hypebeast. What did you say? Hypebeast politics?
Yeah.
Maybe not so much. But it's about Anti-Social Club, a.k.a. Anti-Shipping Club, which everyone is... you'll see a lot of comments on their Instagram feed about how they do not ship their stuff, and they continue to release, especially I think last month they were releasing, like, it seemed almost every weekend they were dropping something, which was cool because I'm a huge Anti-Social Club fan, but they do take forever to ship your stuff. And last time I ordered, it took almost 3 months for me to get my stuff. And then on top of that, like, you spend a lot of money on shipping. Like, shipping alone for them is really, really expensive too.
Who do you blame out of, like, the whole, like, shipping side though?
Well, I think obviously the owner, Neek, right? Because I mean, if he knows how big his brand is, wouldn't you think he would hire more people to produce, try to produce these things and packaging and whatnot?
I agree with that, but at the same time, you kind of gotta understand that it's like his first go around at this. It's not gonna be perfect.
But I mean, he's been out. His brand's been pretty hyped for a minute.
So name a brand has like a bigger come up than him that's had scale.
Sandal Boys.
I think that's a little different though.
Sandal Boys, bro, they're on it. I ordered a pair of sandals from Sandal Boys, and they got shipped within a week. And you see on it, alright, not just that, but like Franelation's a hustler. Even though he's traveling a lot, like he travels a lot, but you see on his Instagram feed that he's working. He always posts that he's at his warehouse working. He's putting in his work. Neek, which is what's pissing everybody off is Neek is always flexing. He's always flexing his super fancy cars that we paid for, essentially. Everybody who's purchased Anti-Social Club is paying for all these cars that he owns, like all his really nice lifestyle that this guy lives, and we're not getting our product. So I think that's what people are most upset about. That's just how I feel.
No, I get your understanding.
I mean, I love the brand, and I mean, in a way it works.
I don't know. I don't like the brand at all. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe because it's just, like I said before, it's just a regular basic plain sweater, t-shirt, whatever he puts out with the typeface on it. And it's nothing new.
I think it works though. It works for the brand because it's supposed to be. I mean, they're based off the title, Anti-Social Club. It's supposed to have that like feeling to it. I think like an exclusive feeling to it.
How's it exclusive if everybody's wearing the same font and the same t-shirt, just a different color?
Well, I mean, when you're in a club, if you're in a club, you guys are wearing the same, the same shirt. It's a uniform, right? It's kind of thing.
It's how I see it now is like a subculture for a brand, in a sense. Fred Perry. Their polos were meant for tennis. But then the skinheads of Britain in like the 50s, 40s, 60s as well, they wore Fred Perry because that was their uniform. That was the subculture of Fred Perry. And Fred Perry to this day, they'll make sure and they'll recognize them as a subculture of Fred Perry. So kind of like that, but in this sense, there's no subculture. It's just that's the culture behind it.
Yeah, that's
like the brand's look. The brand's look is streetwear, but what you're saying is that it's more. This is the uniform.
It's a uniform thing. That's just my feeling. Especially like I think what had me think about it in that aspect was when they did that release through that app. And there was a phone number that you had to call. Like they had billboards all over the place with a specific phone number, right? And it had the what's that beeping code thing?
Oh, Morse code.
Morse code, right? So there's Morse code in when you had called this phone number, and it really gave you more of like a legit like a secret society type of thing, right? I think that's what it seems like. And I feel like this whole making people wait longer, it kind of goes with his brand, I guess, in a way. I mean, that's what most people are. He's known, like, this brand is known for, like, you know, really long shipping delays. I mean, it even says it on the website. It's gonna take them some time for it to get to your house. But I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know. I think it's just a little bit ridiculous on how long people are waiting, and people are getting upset about it. And you're saying that you think the brand is dying. I don't think so. That's just my opinion.
I'm not okay.
I don't think it's dying. I think honestly the wait for the clothing makes people want it more, because people are still purchasing it. Even there, Hypebeast dropped that article that was titled the Anti-Shipping Shipping Club thing, right? And they dropped that article, and Anti-Social Club, they were having a release, and that release still sold out.
I'm saying it's dying in the sense of, like, I say, like, another year or two, it's only gonna be true followers of the brand that will stick around. Like,
yeah, that or Neek's gonna take off, and you think he maybe might start something different, or he might just take his winnings and retire.
Yeah, maybe, because if you look like in the fashion industry, nobody really gives them
credit.
Nobody wants to give him props because there's nothing. In my opinion, it's nothing special.
He just got a really good cosign from Kanye, which hyped him up. I don't know. I like it. I mean, it's very simple, and like it's like a subtle. And then every time I wear my either a t-shirt or my hoodie, like, people are asking, like, they stop and they say, they always comment on it, and I think that's what people might like about it. I don't know if other people are getting comments when they wear their stuff out, but when I wear my stuff, like, I'm always getting comments, and they're like, oh, like, and people relate to it. It's like relatable. Like, so, everybody thinks they're antisocial, and I think nowadays people are a little bit antisocial than they were before, because everyone's so glued to their phones, and then it seems a little bit worried that people are gonna judge them.
Well, see, my state of mind for, like, if you want to bring social media, I feel like social media is a huge depressant for everybody. That's the root of your depression if you think you're depressed. But if you just took your phone away from you, like, social media away from you for a week, like, you'd probably be very happy. Yeah, you'd be very happy.
Social media cleanse. I know Charlemagne the God did that. He's doing cleanse, like, his phone doesn't have any social media apps. Because
what happens is when you follow all your friends, right? You tend to compare yourself to them a lot more, even without even noticing it. You compare yourself a lot. Like, oh, here's so and so, they just got a new car, or they're here at the beach, and you're just like, oh, I'm here at work. You know, you like to compare yourself, and you don't think about it at all, and that gets to you. And then later on, you're in the mirror looking at yourself like, I'm so boring, or you're the one making yourself depressed. Yeah, realistically, and social media, it's been proven to do that. And it's something that I truly believe that's true. Yeah, that's why, like, if you go on my Instagram, I don't follow any friends, and the reason why is because I know the cycle. I'd rather follow people that I'm interested in, you know, and kind of get a creative aspiration from them, or just, like, see what they're doing. Yeah. But, like, friends wise, I stick away from, because your friends aren't going to show you the bad things of what's going on in their life. Yeah. They're just not going to show the bad stuff. Like, show me you have no gas money. Like, I want to see that here and there. I want to know everybody's doing bad. You know, like, it makes you feel more better knowing that, like, okay, that's kind of messed up. No, it's not messed up, because it's everybody's trying to live this glamorous lifestyle, but realistically, like, just admit, like, it's not that easy. Yeah, no, it's a struggle. Like, it's like it's like our uncle was saying, like, especially in California, it's a rat race out here. Like, everyone's... Like, there's a quote, what's the point of being first in a rat race? You're still a rat.
Where'd you hear that? That's pretty cool.
It's from a book that it's just, like, teaching how to be patient. And that was one of the quotes that it said. Yeah,
I mean, I've also seen other things where, like, you know, not to judge yourself so harshly, because everyone is in their own. It's not a race, you know. Everyone's where they're supposed to be at in life. You know, everyone has their own. Everyone's going through their battles, and they're figuring things out. Everything's a learning experience. Like, there was another thing I forgot what book I was reading, but it said that, I guess, the term learning, it was a word made in America, or not learning. I'm sorry, losing was a word made up. It was a made up word in America, and that I don't know how accurate this is, though. But this is just said in the book, and that if instead of looking at the word, you know, comparing between winning and losing, you instead of losing, it's a learning lesson. You never lose. It's a learning lesson because even if you say you lose you're in a race and you lose your race, right? You learn from that race, and the next time you race, you know what you did wrong, and that way you progress.
Yeah.
You're always learning. So to learn, you're either learn or you win. Even as a kid, you this happens like when you're learning how to ride a bike, and you might have fell off that bike. You didn't lose when you rode that bike.
Do you think that has went away from today's culture? Because think about it, like let's say you go to like a little league event, right, and it's the end of the season and everybody gets trophies the same size. The first place doesn't get a big trophy no more. Do you think that the kids that lost, do you think they're like, oh, okay, well, this is what happened. I was on a terrible team. I never want to go do this again. Or is it that, oh, my trophy's the same as everybody else. I won in general. Yeah. Do you think that messes up a lot of kids?
I think so. I don't think everybody should get a trophy.
Yeah, because I remember when I played baseball, like I knew I was on a terrible team.
Yeah.
I knew it. I mean, you were able to tell like who were like the top of the top.
Yeah, like who was actually into it and who wasn't.
Yeah,
who was just there just because
their parents wanted to play sport. Yeah, like, I remember some kid said that he hit a ball and his back hurt.
Yeah, I remember that kid.
Remember that kid?
Yeah.
That was like 3 or 4 times that it happened. Yeah. And I was like, you don't want to play, just quit. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, nobody's going to tell you anything.
Yeah, he's just doing it because he's kind of like forced to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely. I don't, like, that's why when I had wrestled, I liked wrestling because it was a team sport and also an individual sport. Yeah. So you had your duels where you have a team, right, and it goes based off how many wins you have in that team, and then you have your individual, like during tournaments and stuff, where you're by yourself, and there's only 3 places: first, second, and third. Everybody else who lose, I mean, it's
lost. Then again, second, third, you still lose. You just get a little medal.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a learning experience. You're like, you know what? I gotta work harder. I gotta work harder than that guy that took first, and that's why it was also good to like watch the other wrestlers. Like,
you know, back on the topic of like how I said like, you know, the little trophies and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I think that sets the kids a lot worse too, because then they think that they're always entitled to something.
Oh yeah, they're entitled to.
They always think they're supposed to win.
Yeah, no, that's not. I don't think that's a good thing.
That's like me. That's like me saying I went to class all semester,
and I deserved a grade. Yeah, no.
But I gave you an F because you failed everything.
Yeah, no, you gotta work hard for it. Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. But when we were talking about the subcultures, I wanted to ask you: do you wish that we had that? Like, do you wish we had subcultures like that in areas that we grew up in?
What do you mean subcultures?
So like, you know how like let's say you go to New York,
yeah,
and then you see Lowheads, so all they wear is Ralph Lauren, right? Or you can go to the UK, yeah, and you see kids wearing Fred Perry, or you know they're wearing.
Oh yeah, that's how they used to be like that, and that's how the '90s were. Like the '90s had like a lot of subcultures.
I think the best example I can give you is like the Warriors movie.
Yeah.
Like that. Do you wish that we still had that today?
I do wish we had that today. I think people are too. It's not original anymore. It's everyone. It's like a cookie cutter design. Like you see everybody wearing the like what's in style like right now. So like Calvin Klein, you see people rocking the Guess. Like people rock what's in style. They're not just the fashion industry. They were even talking about how fast everything's moving. Trends are just like coming in and out like crazy. Yeah. And then not sticking around. So people are going with the trend. So people aren't sticking to their roots. You know, like that's why. You know who I do see like stick to their roots? A lot of like punkers.
Oh yeah.
Or what are those rockabillys? Mm-hmm. Rockabillys too.
I think in that sense, they stick to their subculture. They don't go out at all.
Exactly, and I think like I give them respect, like to those people because they stick to their culture. They don't fall into this is like what's going on right now within
they don't fall into like a choppiness of like of other like I don't have like 5 different cultures in me basically like that. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. As for me, I guess I've always, I think I stayed pretty true to like what's been like as far as my style, I mean, like middle school, I was kind of like into like the skater thing, and the skater thing kind of turned into like more of a streetwear thing from like high school, and then I've just always been into like streetwear. But I mean, nowadays I think everybody's into streetwear. Like streetwear.
I don't think it's streetwear in general. I think it's more high fashion.
I have high fashion streetwear.
Yeah. Nobody's chasing Huff. Nobody's chasing.
Well, yeah. So Huff, did you say? Oh, yeah, I get you now. High end streetwear.
And then you'll see skaters today wearing LV tracksuits.
Well, it's not. Would you consider Adidas streetwear though? I mean,
no, that's a lifestyle
Adidas
brand.
And Nike.
That's a lifestyle brand.
Both of those are really popping right now. Adidas, Nike.
Nike's kind of taking a downfall.
You think so? You don't think they came back? You don't think that Off-White collaboration gave them that boost that they needed?
It gave Virgil a boost. It didn't give Nike a boost. He just put out some great silhouettes for Nike.
Virgil, you'll definitely see Virgil doing more collaborations with other companies.
I think so. This gave him a nice in the door. Like this before Nike, he was just Kanye's friend, and now because of the shoes, he's now looked at as a designer, like a real on designer with quotations around designer, like he likes to do.
Like a Raph.
I wouldn't say that, because Raph, he's actually came out and said like he's not impressed. He's not. This is paraphrase, but essentially he said that he's not impressed at all.
Oh.
Because if you do look at like Kanye's friends that do design, they're more just copycats. There's things that like Fear of God they do. They've done things that you could find down the line, down the years that.
But do you think do you think our generation is I feel. I mean, you would kind of have to classify Virgil under like our generation, right? And do you think they're having a hard? Do you think we're as a generation? Do you think we're having a harder time to create things, try to create newer things? That's why they're bringing back a lot of things.
No, because
like being unoriginal.
No, because okay, like I said this earlier. Raph Simmons, he's going to Calvin Klein, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to go into Calvin Klein and create his own line.
Yeah,
he isn't. That's not.
But that's how fashion is. You bring things back.
No, exactly.
With a twist,
exactly.
Right?
He's going to go into the archive, dig around, find pieces that he likes, and he's going to work off of that and like add his twist to it.
Like ASAP Rocky. And he did that with Guess.
Yeah, with little dollar signs. But that's like nothing special. Like I think one person you should look at with the Guess stuff is Sean.
Sean Weatherspoon.
Yeah, because he's doing a collab with Guess.
He's doing a Guess.
And that's releasing at Combo's Gone, and they're gonna be kind of.
We gotta get tickets to that.
And yeah, and I know he's doing revamps of like the striped Guess tees, but at the same time, like he's adding his own twist. Like if you look at his Air Maxes, that's a complete twist on them.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I do have a problem with his Air Max.
Why?
Which is like he kind of didn't create it himself.
Oh yeah, the group.
He had like 16 people in there.
But how do you know that the other people didn't have a group either? The other people that were doing.
Because some people they were like straight up designers, and of course they're gonna go out and have their friends come look at it as well and have their input in it, of course. But like Sean, he went to like 16 of like notable artists or people that are in the game. You get what I'm trying to say?
And so, did you see? I didn't get to see all the other the Air Maxes. Did you see them?
I seen a lot of them. I don't remember a lot of them. I think Sean's was like one of the best. But mainly because of the corduroy, and I like corduroy.
Okay.
That's the reason why I liked his.
Well, he said his shoe was he was going for a shoe that could have patina on it, right? He wanted.
Yeah, he wanted a shoe that you could wear 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
And then it has like a nice little
look to it.
Salvage to it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to know because I mean it fits him very well because everything he wears is so salvaged already. Yeah, it's distressed, it's faded, like it looks cool.
Mm.
So that's cool that he's able to make a shoe that fits with his personality.
Yeah. So do you think Sean's is gonna be like another designer?
I don't think he'll be a designer, but he'll be an influencer. But I wouldn't call him a designer. I think he is an icon for the people that brands come to and they'll work with them.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't see him work with a lot of brands. He's gonna work with brands that he's like 100% died. He'll die for. So if Tommy and Ralph came to him, he'll probably work with them. But that's probably like
he's only messing with OG stuff, right?
Exactly. He's not gonna come out and work with like a newer like brand.
Yeah, do you think he'll ever work with Adidas?
I don't know. With Nike, no. He's true Nike. If he were to do Adidas, that's like a sin to him probably. So I don't think that, and I think him and Nike are gonna have a nice relationship because he's already seated. He gets free shoes. Yeah, I doubt he'll ever work with Adidas. As well as like Nike doesn't fit his lifestyle because Adidas in the 90s wasn't that poppin'. Or the 80s at all. 80s a little bit, yeah.
Adidas is popping now, though.
Adidas popping now, but like.
And they're number 2, right? Number 2 best-selling shoe right now in the world.
Yeah, but I honestly think.
So is Skechers still number 1?
I don't know. Nike's number 1.
No, Skechers was number 1.
Oh, okay. I gotta look at the thing then, because I know Adidas jumped up.
Skechers up there. I don't know how. They must be selling to a lot of soccer moms, bro.
They're no. Well, hold on. You know the Lonzo Ball shoes.
Yeah, they're
those Skechers.
Those are Skechers, right? Yeah. That company. Yeah. They're the company. Well, that's another thing. Skechers owns a lot of different shoe companies, right? Yeah. It's like they have an umbrella.
Yeah, but anyway, you don't think Adidas is dying out?
Huh?
You don't think Adidas is dying? Because that's one conversation that a lot of people are having.
I think so. I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's dying. In my opinion, I haven't seen. They haven't like put anything out that I liked. I think they did it right though last year when they were releasing things like crazy, like the NMD collabs. Like they're just. I mean, they still release things like crazy now, but I don't think it's. I think they might have got. I think they might have like.
I think
they went all in too fast.
Yeah, they create way too many colorways right away. Like I think it would have been cool. You know how they have they're like on the 3rd Ultra Boost, right?
Yeah, they're doing the 4.0s coming soon, which I don't even really like. Like the 1.0s and the 2.0s had the best looking the Prime Knit upper. Like I like the design cuz if you look at the Ultra Boost, the Prime Knits, they're threaded differently. I think what they should have done, they should have just kept that Prime Knit look. I think they should have just kept it all along, instead of doing so many like 1.0s, 2.0. They should have kept the 1.0 for like a year or two. Did a bunch of like fresh colorways, right? And then do the 2.0 another 2 years. Let it go through the 2 years, and then kind of do like what. Nike does. They do like their colorways that people love. So like they do the one colorway that people go crazy for is that rainbow looking colorway. What do they call it? It's like it's a bunch of different colors in one shoe. That's one colorway that people like. The multicolored, yeah. Yeah. So that's one colorway that people go crazy for, and I think they could have done more. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Hold on. Adidas gonna have to have a fall. It's gonna happen. Nike had a fall. Adidas, the Ultra Boost, gonna have a fall.
Who's gonna come up?
My question is this: when the Boost falls, does Nike regain that top seed? And the reason why I say this is because of this. Adidas has one great shoe, or one great sole.
Yeah.
Boost, right?
The Boost, yeah, that's what people.
Whereas when you look at Nike, they have different styles of shoes, and they all work. Mm-hmm. Let's go 5 years from now. If I were in the market to buy Adidas, mm-hmm. I'm gonna go straight to Boosts, right? That's all, because that's all you hear about. I'm not gonna go for a Shell or anything like that.
Well,
whereas Nike, you have multiple Air Maxes, you have multiple Flyknits. You have a spectrum of shoes that will fit your foot and make an outfit look a certain way. Whereas Adidas, you have Boost, and that's all you're gonna really go to because that's the only one thing that they really are good at.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Like Adidas is gonna have to fall sooner or later because
that'll create something different. Maybe they got what's that 3D thing that they're doing, right?
People have came out. People that are like Ultra Boost fans. They say those aren't as comfortable as these.
The Boost, right?
Yeah, but I've worn the Boosts. They're nice, but for me at least, they're too wide. And they're not snug. Whereas like my Vapor Max, when you put them on your foot, it's like a glove. And there's something on it where you kind of like move your heel up and you bounce on just the air on the back or the front. It is one crazy feeling. So for me, out of these two shoes, I have to choose the
Vapor Max.
The Vapor Max are way comfortable because they're just more slicker.
I'm not gonna lie, they do look pretty cool. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm selling out.
I get a whole. I will say this: a lot of people turn their heads for them. I will say that, and I've been told a couple times that they're cool. And I don't know. For me, when I look for shoes, they have to be slick. Yeah. They just can't be so wide.
Well, that's why I like the Ultra Boost compared to the I don't like the NMDs.
They're big.
Yeah, they look like bricks.
I tried on a 8 and they just felt huge.
Yeah, they're too big. But the Ultra Boost, they're a little bit slimmer.
Mm-hmm. See, what bugs me the most though is that I don't like looking down and seeing the sole have an offset.
Well, do you think? All right, so the Y3s, the Pure Boost, right? Do you think Adidas will take that concept that they have on the Pure Boost? Because that's what it seems like they're doing on a lot of their boost, the shoes that have the Boost soles. They have like a different like formation of it.
Like the UKT.
Yeah, like the UKTs. So they have different. They do have different soles that. But I mean,
no, Nike different tops, not soles.
No, the sole's different. I mean, it's the Boost, right? But it's formed differently. But I think that's why they like the Boost, because you can form it differently compared to like Nike's things that bubble, right? Their air bubbles, like a lot of their Air Max, like that's what they're known for. And they have different formations of their bubble, and I think that's what Adidas might do with the Boost. They just continue to have different.
But I think that'd be a big issue because their first stop at Boost was making the whole bottom Boost.
You think?
So like, why would you want to do pieces of a sole with Boosts? Like why, when you have the whole foot as a Boost already? Get my point? Whereas some Air Maxes, they have a air here in the back. That's about it. But Adidas in a sense gave it all away. Yeah. They gave out all the merch already, and that's a whole Boost bottom. Yeah. Nike, they're barely getting around to the whole bottom. That isn't really a whole bottom air either. Yeah. Like there's spaces in between it, right? It's not a whole air unit.
So you're saying that they should have broke it up?
Yeah. I think that would have been way better, because then you're able to build on models. Like you think about it. What if you were the shell toes? They did it with the Boost, but let's say you were able to introduce Boosts in the older models first, so then you build Boost to be this comfortable thing, so that when you do get around to a whole bottom of sole, the whole sole just being
I think just because they wanted to go, because Nike had the Flyknit and they wanted to throw something out with their Flyknit, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So they wanted to compete, and this is what they're competing with.
But see, at that moment, I get the competing, but I felt like it was kind of like, in my opinion, I felt like it's a shot in the foot, because I feel like you have a great innovation of a sole. Build it off your older models first. Put them in basketball sneakers. Get the basketball market first.
Well, they do. They have them.
They do, but I would put them in the basketball shoes first. I would put them in the old
the older models, like the Crazy 8s or something.
Yeah, not basketball and like lifestyle ones. Introduce Boost correctly.
I don't know, but it seems like Adidas is going a different route. They wanted to go for a futuristic thing, and that this is their future. So maybe you're right. Maybe they will be dying out, and they're gonna, in like maybe a few years, they might do like re-releases, and I think that's how they're gonna make their money.
Yeah. Or the thing is, maybe Adidas won't even shoot themselves in the foot. Maybe it isn't all that glamour that I'm saying. Maybe. Because in the era that we live in, it's all hype. It isn't based off of what you know what I mean. Like back in the day, it's either Tommy Hilfiger or Ralph Lauren, or it used to be Nike or just Adidas. Once Nike pulls out like newer stuff, like things that are just like better than Boost, every person that said I'm Boost till the day I die are back to Nikes.
I don't know, bro. Teddy seems like he's in it. He's in it till he dies, bro.
But that's 1 out of 1,000,000 people.
That's true. I don't know. I don't know if it's. I agree. I agree with you that they did too much all at once. Like I said, they had a good year run, and that's why they're at the top right now. I think they could have done a lot more as far as like colorways. I think some of especially like the colorways this year on the 3.0s, they're so like ugly. The all white Ultra Boost that they did, they had like a transparent those like flap thing, the cage.
Yeah.
That it was a transparent cage would look really. It looks really ugly, and like I think it looks pretty tacky. They should have just done like like how they had like the original ones, like the one
the white plastic.
The white. They should just kept it like that, and they didn't. I don't know. They're not going. I don't think they're going in the right direction anymore. They're messing up. So I think Nike's coming back for that number 2 spot. Skechers is gonna be in it forever, bro. At that number 1, I think.
Well, I mean, Skechers is gonna be number 1 because it's not. Skechers are for the people that have they don't care for like clothing in a sense. Yeah. They're more about I need sneakers that are comfortable for work.
Yeah.
Like you go to a hospital, they're all wearing Skechers, the shape ups.
Yeah.
You know, any workplace, you're gonna see that somebody wearing Skechers, and this is how it is. So Skechers will never be out.
I agree. So their Skechers will all have the number 1, but I think Adidas and Jordan and Nike are gonna keep competing for that number 2.
Maybe because I don't think Nike's stressing over Adidas at all.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as far as shoes this year, I'm gonna have to give it to Nike because of the collaborations that they've done. Adidas hasn't really done much.
Yeah, it's true.
They haven't really done that many good collaborations. Oh, and also, like I said, they throw out silhouettes too fast. Like they are upgrading them too soon. Like the City Sock. Okay. They didn't even do that many City Socks. That shoe is dope. The City Sock with the boots. And now they have a new City Sock, and it's like not a full, like the sock it has like a split to it on the side. It looks like a ninja. Well, I mean, it looks like a ninja shoe in general, but it looks more like a ninja shoe now. Yeah. And they should have just kept the first silhouette.
You brought that up, and that made me think of something. You know how you said that's competing with the Flyknit?
What is the PK? The Flyknit? Yeah.
Remember the Flyknit I showed you, the yellow one?
Yeah.
That has a lot of buzz around it. Yeah. Right? That was like the first Flyknit that they've put out in like months. Mm-hmm. That's probably not true, but like that's like the first Flyknit that I've seen in months. Whereas like I've seen multiple Ultra Boosts, and I see people hyping up on this Flyknit. And I think the reason why is because like you don't see them much.
They don't put them. I thought they've thrown too many out too soon. I think they could have done better colorways.
Here's another example too. You know what else made Nike relevant again? The silver bullets.
Oh yeah.
The 97. It's like think about it. Like that's Nike going into their vault and bringing back retros, and Adidas is still having to pump out new products. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
well, a lot of people are getting into what are those? That tennis shoe. Those the ones with the Stan Smiths.
Oh, okay. The Adidas ones.
Yeah. They brought. I mean, those are something
that started the whole like thing for Adidas though.
Yeah, and well, the Stan Smiths, those came back. You don't really see people rocking shell toes too much. If you do, I think they're whack. And then the Gazelles. You think people are rocking those?
Not really. I see Sambas a lot. Skaters, they wear Sambas or the
Are those? Would you say like that's like competing against the Cortez? You see, like Nike's on top of it this year. Like they've had so many like come ups. They brought the AF1s. The AF1s made a pretty good comeback. The Cortezes, people were rocking Cortez. Like I mean, you never seen people rock Cortezes. Like you only seen cholos rock Cortezes. Mm-hmm. Now you see like all type like the hype bees rocking Cortezes. I even thought they looked pretty fresh. I'm like, but I wouldn't be able to rock no Cortezes. Mm-hmm. But the Air Force Ones came back. The Cortezes, they had this Vapor Max. They have all their Airs, like you said, the Bullet.
Coming back,
a lot of that stuff. You know, they're having their come up this year as far as
and
a brand. And they've had the good collaborations. They had the collaboration with Virgil. They had the V Lone, which and then who else have they? Oh, they did Sean. Well, do you think Sean kind of gave an influence to those Cortezes?
Yeah.
Coming back?
I think Nike planned it that way. Because Nike gave it hey, do you want to do a thing with Cortez? Sure. Because they knew that they're able to sell, they're able to give it to somebody that's an influencer. And they're able to make the product, stand out again.
And be cool again.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, think about it. They gave Sean like all this creative freedom. Mm. He was able to put a new meaning behind the Cortez.
Yeah. He went back into
the archive.
Like an archive.
Yeah. And he's able to like literally show history and then make his own history with it.
So why wouldn't you put him as a designer?
Because I see Nike more using him.
Because he's an influence?
Yeah.
Because he's so heavy in the game? Alright.
Yeah, I feel like they're just feeding off of his success so far. Because they know that it's an easy market to go.
Man, those Nike checks might be fat, though.
Because think about it. Nike, when they're attacking these influencers, right? Who are they attacking? The two top ones first are high fashion ones. You have the streetwear, Bari. You have high fashion, Virgil, right?
Yeah.
And then you hit Sean, vintage. Right, that's 3
different markets.
That you're gonna sell to. Because if you're into vintage clothing, you're aiming at old Air Maxes.
Yeah.
If you're hype beast level, you're looking for.
So would you say these are the subcultures then?
For Nike?
No. Oh, for Nike or just in general? I'm saying as far as where we're at in society.
I wouldn't say so. I don't think there's any subculture. It's more like.
I think everyone's all in one
Instagram
category.
Based. In my opinion, I'm not gonna go to the mall and see somebody with a crazy different style. And if you do, you're not able to match a subculture with it because it's just the influence of a whole bunch of different.
They're the I Am Legend.
Huh?
They're the I Am Legends.
Yeah, basically. There's no way that you can get around. There's no subcultures at all unless you're going back to rockabilly and stuff. Other than that, there's no subcultures in today's era of the youth. Not at all, because do you think a lot of those subcultures are hate when they try to bite off them they hate the Doc Martens, right? People were starting to rock Doc Martens again, especially when Supreme did that collab. I mean, I don't know how big I don't see that many people rocking Doc Martens, but do you think because it seems like they bite from other cultures? I wouldn't really know if they would get mad at all. Who knows? I think it's kind of annoying though when you see when a brand they'll take a certain look from another brand a brand that's been around for years, and then their prices go up immensely.
Whose prices?
You could say North Face, or you could say Supreme. They did a whole kind of parody off Patagonia, and those jackets go for thousands of dollars.
Which jacket? The Supreme ones?
Yeah, it has a Patagonia look-alike design. That sucks because as somebody that's interested in a brand, they want to get something like that they like as well, Supreme, and they had a parody of it. I like to get that, but I can't because people want to charge a lot.
Yeah,
that sucks. So I feel like just the market alone for brands, it sucks.
It's just a little too. The pricing is just too crazy nowadays.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's not fun anymore. For example, I found a script hat, sports specialty script hat, Chargers one, and I know that this guy on Instagram that I follow, he collects them, and I sent it. It has a broken snap though, so I sent it to him. I was like, "Hey, are you interested in it? Would you want it?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "How much do you want for it?" I was like, "Just pay for shipping and it's all yours." And he was like, "Oh, that's so cool, dude. Usually when people find this stuff, they're trying to charge me $50-$60 for it."
So you practically gave it to him?
Yeah, because it doesn't do anything for me. But for him, knowing that he collects it because that's his city, why not give it to him? It's not at the end of the day,
I think people
it's just clothes. Yeah. You get me? It's it's nothing special. It's just clothes. So if you're able to make somebody's day by saying "Here, I know you collectors do it. I know you're into it. Go for it."
Yeah.
Why should I charge somebody?
But that's the thing that's wrong with this culture. I think that's why I'm kind of over this streetwear culture. It's sad to say, but I think people all these new hype beasts are killing it. I think they're killing the streetwear culture immensely because of the price. How expensive things are nowadays. That's just my opinion.
But you could blame Round 2 though too for that because they brought up resale a lot. Now they didn't bring up prices, but they introduced it to people that had no clue of it.
Well, sneaker. I think all those sneaker cons.
That's one too. That's another one too.
The resale market. For one, yeah, because you didn't really see it back in the day. You didn't really see people doing a whole resale thing.
Because like I've met so many people that sell vintage clothing and they're not even into it. They just sell it because it's a market. I remember I talked to this one guy where he said he's like, "Hey, I see other people making money. I need to be making money too, so I'm gonna start doing it too." And he wears Supreme head to toe. Like why are you like? That's what makes that, and that's what kind of makes people mad. Like I'm not gonna say it makes me mad, but it's kind of like it's annoying because like you're wanting to go find stuff for yourself that you're gonna actually enjoy.
Yeah. And
then when you see somebody that's not even into it, and their whole point of doing it is just to make money,
make profit. Yeah.
It's not cool.
Yeah, it's not. That's why I'm not a fan of the resale market. I'll never pay resale for a shoe. If I don't get it, I don't get it. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, like when
I'm not gonna let nobody benefit from. They bought the shoe and they're just sitting on it because they want to make money off me. No, I'm sorry, it's not gonna work that way.
Another pet peeve though is like when people don't even know the history.
Yeah.
Like I remember
when Complex does that Supreme thing, right? And nobody.
Even though I do think Complex, they probably have a hand in it and editing wise and saying let's make it look make that comedian look stupid.
Yeah, I know. They because I'm pretty sure that they do interview people that do know what.
Yeah. I remember I had a conversation with a guy. And like he looks for like Tommy and Ralph and all that, and I say like do you remember like Tommy's his billboard, the one that got him started, like the billboard that got everybody pissed off like in the fashion world, and the guy's like no. Like that's a prime thing that you should know because that's like
if you're into it though.
Exactly, that you should know that.
And people, that's what's wrong. I think that's what's wrong with this new
era.
This new era right now is nobody they're not into it. I mean, we were heavy into it. I mean, I remember when we were younger, we were so into like we would just love looking at like the new pieces that were coming out.
I think the first one for me was LRG.
Yeah, I was on a magazine that it was like an XXL magazine, right? And I had gotten after we went to the LA Auto Show, and on that it was that magazine. We seen it was a full zip Skulls hoodie.
Yep.
And that was like the start of it.
Those go for crazy prices now.
Really?
Not crazy prices, but they're.
Well, LRG kind of fell off.
Well, of course,
but I mean, yeah, that was definitely the start, and for I think for both of us, as far as streetwear, and then we started seeing and then we started getting into SBs. Yeah, the culture's kind of lame now, unfortunately. So. I don't know about you. Are you done?
I'm good.
Are you about ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, anti-social social club dying off possibly is this hypebeast culture. Is it being killed by? I mean, I think that's always a topic where people feel that that resale is kills the culture.
Yeah.
I think it does. That's just my opinion. But yeah. Thank you guys for listening to the Two Brothers Arguing podcast. We didn't argue a whole lot like we don't typically do. But if you guys like this video or audio, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys think about the hypebeast culture, streetwear culture, and whatnot. And subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And like my dad always says, be quiet and listen, boneheads.